Number 11. What are your thoughts on money?
I think money is, man, like, I think it's essential to have money. Because, obviously, like, if you don't have it, like, you'll have problems. But, like, I believe, strongly believe that even though you may have money, it's not gonna give you entire happiness.
Mm-hmm. Why do you say that?
Because I look at a lot of things where in life where, like, I've seen people, they have money and they're unhappy. For example, they're not able to, they're just jerks. Like, they don't treat people good.
Mm-hmm.
They don't, and I believe, and the thing, and also, like, you have some people that are just dying, like they're dying of bad health,
Mm-hmm.
from bad health, and also they don't. I think money is something where it just comes and goes,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe that if you don't have money, I believe you can be happy if you don't have money.
Okay. Can you be happy with money as well?
I believe you can be happy with money as well.
Do you think it's harder?
It all depends on the person's situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if a person is, like, filthy rich and they can be happy, they can be unhappy with some other things in their lives that's not
Mm-hmm.
working out.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, they can have a bad health, they can have a health problem.
Mm-hmm.
They can have marital problems.
Mm-hmm. You don't believe money can solve, like, some of that? Not all of it, but some of it.
To me, it's my theory of money is that, I don't know. I think money can solve some things. Like, it can get you a house, it can get you cars, it can get you anywhere you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it comes and it goes.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact remains, you can have it today and then you lose your life tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Where is that money going to go? To your children, or to the government,
Mm-hmm.
to your wife? And the people that are around you when you have the money, who knows? You don't know if they want you for them. They may not want you for them, for your friend. They may want you just for the money, or
Okay.
I think in everything it's better to. It's great to have money, but I believe that you should always make sure that you are happy within yourself
Mm-hmm.
when you have money.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. Number 12. And this is sort of a multifaceted question. What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear, losing yourself. That's what my biggest fear is. Because I've heard a philosopher, his name was Aristotle, and he said that the hardest thing to get over is to be victorious over is yourself. The hardest thing to get over is yourself. And a lot of us, I believe as human beings, I think we all battle something in our lives, and it's kind of, that's something that we have to face every day, is ourselves, because ourselves can be our downfall.
Interesting. So what does it mean, like, for you, if you can kind of be more specific, losing yourself? What would that mean for you? How would you know, and how would you know if you lost yourself?
For example, I believe God gave us an incorruptible personality in us. He wants us to love each other.
Mm.
He wants us to be love. I'm just gonna say love, because love has everything. It has. If you have love, you're gonna be friendly. You're gonna treat others with respect. You're gonna be patient. You're gonna pretty much all of it.
So when you mean love, let me just interrupt you for a sec. You don't just mean romantic love. You mean kind of God's love, or what? Like the true love, the all-encompassing.
Unconditional love.
Unconditional love.
Unconditional love is what I think is what it is. God wants us to have love, and if we don't have that kind of love that God wants us to have, we are gonna lose ourselves, which means that we're gonna end up, you know, just being ungrateful. You're gonna end up disrespecting others and hurting other people, and not respecting yourself. And before you know it, you lead down a different path where you're not supposed to go. Like some turn to being doing drugs, some turn to being prostitutes, some turn to just many different things.
Harmful things.
Harmful things that can hurt themselves and hurt other people around them.
Okay, thank you. Another part of this question, do you believe that this fear of yours, losing yourself, is reasonable?
The fear, I think, it's, as human beings, we say it's okay to be fearful, but in God's eyes, it's not okay, because in His Word, He said that He said in His Word that He doesn't give us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. So, in everything, He wants us, whether if you have a house, and you have children, and you having problems in the family, and stuff like that, He is gonna get you scared. Or, for example, not having food, He wants you to have faith in Him that He's gonna provide it for you.
So so you're saying that your fear, you think that in God's eyes is not reasonable, but in the same time, if we're never afraid of anything, that we wouldn't make us be cautioned about, keeping, for example, if you wouldn't be afraid of losing yourself, then you might lose yourself because you're not afraid of it, so you may not make an effort to get back on track or right away. Don't you think that having a little bit of fear is kind of keeping you on track?
I think fear is not of God, it's of the enemy, and when you have fear, a little slight of fear, and it's just like sickness. If you have cancer, if you have like a little cancer cell that's there, or sign of cancer,
so we should have no fear.
Anything, yeah, like
even about losing ourselves, you think you should have no fear about losing yourself.
I mean, it's going to come. You're a human being. You're going to have fear, because I get scared.
Yeah.
But God doesn't want us to be scared.
Right.
He doesn't want us to feed that fear. He wants us to be bold.
And He wants us to have faith in Him, like you said.
All the time. He wants us to have faith.
So following that, can you do something about this fear of yours, like you said? Can you do something so that you will feel less fearful about this, for example, losing yourself? Can you take action? Stop fidgeting.
To stop fear is a really hard thing to do.
Not stop it, but can you take action to improve it even?
To improve it, you can improve it just by, people try to read you can read different scriptures in the Bible, you can pray, you can just surround yourself with positive people.
So have you been doing those things and you find out that it works?
It works.
Yeah?
I've done it before.
Yeah? So you can enumerate all the things that you have done, or
not quite much though. I talk to some positive people, but I've been surrounded by a lot of negative people.
Where did you find these positive people that you feel uplifted by, and they would make you more bold and less fearful? We should be.
I find them more I've found some of these people. Some of them some people I've met some of these people through. Outside, through playing basketball, or
just random friends,
from people that I've worked with, people who I've played ball with in the past. I've met those people, or I would meet, or there's people from church as well.
Okay, so it could be anybody, anywhere, basically, but mainly for you just playing.
It all depends on the atmosphere of the place too. You have to meet the right people. Some places are just not good. You can just feel a negative energy. In some places, just for example, I've worked on set as not as an actor, but even as doing background. I've been on a few sets where there's negative energy,
And you could feel it.
And you can feel it, and it didn't really help. And the only thing I had to do is just, like I did other things to distract myself from it.
Like what?
Like I write. I just write. I write music.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for that answer. Number 13, what do you think about current world events? You can just answer in 30 seconds or a minute.
Current world events?
Yeah, if you have any thoughts. It doesn't have to be a specific event. It could be just in general how our world is, where it's going, or it could be something specific. Anything at all.
Well, the current world, what's happening today, I think, it just really appalled me how the government is actually thinking of, like, stop putting chlorine in water now, like not filtering water, which I'm just thinking, like, like the water is probably going to be, like, affected with, bacteria.
Right, but I mean, have you looked into it? Are they thinking of, putting something else instead of chlorine to help purify the water?
I haven't done much depth research about it. But
okay, but that's something that kind of got your attention?
That kind of got my attention.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else?
I just think of everything with I think it's the Ebola, right?
Okay, the Ebola virus?
Yeah, Ebola, like, just wondering what's going on, if...
We haven't heard so much on the news lately about it.
Ebola.
Yeah, it was there a few months ago, and now it's like kind of silent, but we know it's been very dangerous.
Yeah.
Especially in, was it Africa?
Yes, it was in Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're wondering about that too, yeah. Anything else? Number 14. What is the most beautiful thing that you believe you can do for a human being?
I think the most beautiful thing you can do is just give a helping hand. Like, this is what the world actually miss out. If we can, like, at least try to, like, reach out to those that are, that are in shelter, that lost their home, evicted.
Are you talking about people that you live near to, or even people that are
just
across the world?
People in general, people across the world, like, reach to people like that.
And how would you do that? Is that...
I mean, I wish I could help them. I'm not able to help them, but I just think that even, like, the rich man, like, I just think that the ones that have money, like trillions of dollars, I just think that they should put all that money into helping the poor people.
Okay, but I'm asking you, like, for you personally, like, if, because, right now I'm interviewing you. Is there something that you could do and reach out, help out? Like, what would that, for example, let's say if, maybe you've been doing that in your life, or I don't know, but if there's something that you would see, a helpless person, a victim, a homeless person, a person in shelter, and, would you do something to help out if, for example, today you were to meet someone as you were walking, or tomorrow you were walking shopping, or you're going downtown somewhere and you see somebody that you can tell they're in need? Is there something that you either have done in the past or that you could be presently doing or in the future to actually practically help them in any way?
I see myself doing that.
Be?
I kind of see myself helping people now and in the future.
Okay, you can tell me about that if you want.
Like, for example...
What does that mean for you, helping? To help, what does that mean?
Well, what does it mean to help?
Yeah, like for you, what, like, because that could mean different things to different people.
Well, I see, to me, like, I find it right to help someone if they're in need.
And how? How do you help them?
I just help them, like, if they need, if there's anything that I know, like, information that I need, or if they want to know something. For example, if they want to get into, like, I'm in entertainment, I learn the entertainment. If they need help, I help them with that.
Okay. You help them know more about the industry.
If they need change, I'll give them change.
Okay.
If I don't have the change, then I can't give them.
So in many different ways, it could be just giving them information that they want to know about an industry, or financial, or it could be an encouraging word. Like it could be basically anything at all.
Exactly.
Anything at all. Okay, very good. Thank you for that. Number